And have you liked and subscribed to this channel yet? Well, you should subscribe and you should like, because there's a lot of news coming from around the world when it comes to entertainment, animals, people, everything. Just news that isn't covered very often is covered on this channel as well. Alright, so I'll give you 3 seconds to like and subscribe, alright? That way you don't miss out on the news we have coming to you from this channel. Alright. This article is from smh.com.au. Shock departure of MasterChef judges had been years in the making. The crew sensed something was wrong at this year's wrap party. Several weeks later, their suspicions were confirmed. This article is by Michael Layo. It's either Layo or Lalo. I think it's Layo. On a gray Sunday in June, MasterChef's cast and crew gathered in the top floor cocktail bar of Melbourne's Hotel Esplanade, with its sweeping views of St. Kilda's Palm Line shore. Filming had just wrapped on the show's 2019 season and staff were ready to party. Instead, the curiously muted vibe left them feeling unsettled. We were texting each other afterwards wondering if we'd have a show to come back to next year, says one attendee, describing an unusual toast from judges Matt Preston, Gary Mahegan, and George Colombaris. While the men didn't say anything alarming, the distinct lack of rah-rah from these colorful TV identities raised eyebrows. To us, it felt like an unofficial goodbye speech. Wow, so these are the 3 former judges here. Former MasterChef judges Gary Mahegan, George Colombaris, and Matt Preston. What the crew didn't know is that the trio had been at loggerheads with Network 10 for months. In the program's early days, they negotiated individual contracts. Now they were acting as a team through Gary, George, and Matt, a company they registered in February. Oh, okay. On Tuesday, 10 dropped a bombshell. MasterChef would return next year, but its famous judges would not. Wow, okay. There was no shouting, no dramatic showdown between the stars and their bosses. Instead, their 11-year tenure with the network concluded with an email. Early on Tuesday afternoon, 10 CEO Paul Anderson sent a message to the judge's lawyer ending their 6-month contractual tussle. Wow. Okay. So the company ended ended the relationship. Okay. Wow. 10 insiders say the judge's demands for huge pay increases, reduced working hours, and a cut of the show's international sales forced management to show them the door. Wow. Others maintain they quit over 10's attempts to lock them in until the end of next year, even though MasterChef's 2020 season would finish before August. Having had their pitch for a new show rejected by 10, they wanted the freedom to negotiate with rival media companies. In 2010, MasterChef was Australia's most watched program, averaging 2.48 million viewers nationally. This year, it averaged 984,000, though the impact of its declining ratings is tempered by sponsors' ongoing enthusiasm for product placements and other commercial tie-ins. Still, the competitive cooking series has been in the crosshairs of 10's bean counters for years. It's just loading up really quick. In 2017, before the network entered voluntary administration, management began slashing expenses. One consulting firm hired to scrutinize Ten's books was aghast at the millions spent on international guest judges, urging deep cuts across the board. Another firm took the opposite view. Ten risked killing its golden goose by serving up an El Cheapo version of its top-rating show. Here's a picture of Ten CEO Paul Anderson and Chief Content Officer Beverly McGarvey with CBS boss Armando Nunez. Hey, is he single? I know he got money. The latter option prevailed, with only modest cuts to the program's budget. But as ratings kept failing, a problem faced by most aging reality franchises, management looked for further savings, okay? There were serious talks about revamping the format, or maybe just giving it a few tweaks, or perhaps getting some new faces, says one insider. No one was seriously suggesting getting rid of Gary and George and Matt, but what those discussions did was make people consider more drastic ways of reviving the show. The longer those discussions went on, the less crazy it seemed to do a big shakeup. Wow. Some say Preston Mahegan and Callum Barris wanted $1.7 million each to film another season. By the time negotiations collapsed, Ten had bargained them down to a 40% rise on their previous salaries, rumored to be around $1 million. Even then, the network, despite the backing of U.S. broadcasting giant CBS, which acquired Ten in 2017, had no intention of signing off on what it saw as an unreasonably steep increase. Yeah, well, unreasonably steep. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, television in 2019 is not what it used to be, says a veteran reality producer. When your ratings and revenue are down, you just can't expect a big pay rise. A source close to the judges sees things differently. They'd done the show for 11 years, they were tired, and they wanted to try something new. Maybe they felt they didn't have much to lose. The source claims the trio are developing a new food program to be filmed across different countries. Apart from Chef's Table on Netflix, there aren't many successful examples of that format. I think they'd be better to focus on India, where they're already popular. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. When Ten made its announcement this week, management braced for a backlash. Instead, fans' disgruntlement was overshadowed by media coverage of Made Establishment, a company in which Callum Barris is a shareholder and former director. The restaurant empire has been fined $200,000 for underpaying its workers, sparking a blaze of negative headlines. In the public's mind, these narratives get simplified down to TV stars demand millions while kitchen hands get a pittance, says one network executive. Those narratives are really hard to shake. Ten did the right thing in letting them walk, says the reality producer, pointing out that The Voice has outlived several of its internationally famous judges. But it's critical Ten gets this right, because every network needs a successful tentpole show like MasterChef or MKR or The Block. Just look at Seven. MKR's weaker ratings this year could mean it loses the 2019 season. Ten's programming chief, Beverly McGarvey, believes the revamp could inject new life into the series. Curtis Stone, Po Ling Yo, and Matt Sinclair are among those being considered for the new judging panel. MasterChef is a powerhouse TV format, McGarvey says. It's a wonderful opportunity to set up the show for another successful decade. Right, and the article mentions that Nine is the owner of this masthead. Oh, that's why they want to make it clear that, you know, they don't want to look shady pretty much. It look like they're trying to be biased. Let me know if you're going to watch the new MasterChef without the 3 judges there, alright? And also, who do you want to see as the new 3 judges of MasterChef? Let me know in the comment section below. I will respond to your comment. Share this video with your friends and family. That way they can be in the know. I have a lot more news coming your way, and I hope you have a wonderful day.